In 1983, Car and Driver released its first 10 best automotive list. The Honda Accord was on that first list and has been for 38 years ever since, more than any other vehicle. Come see why the Accord is consistently rated as one of the best vehicles on the road at Team Honda on Siegen Lane.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you have plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Good morning, happy Friday, folks. We have made it through the cold, through the warm.
Man, I thought you were I've made it through. I thought you were going to start singing some.
Did we do this? Didn't do it. We did. Unagi.
What's up, Beige?
Yeah, we are.
Now, sometimes, no, we never plan anything out, but every once in a while, obviously, you know, the tie matches up. We had both. Hello.
And the shoes, too.
And the shoes match.
I love that.
All right. I don't know about you, Steve, but are you and Johnny matching, or how's it? You know what? Whatever. How's the weather?
Happens. I'm turning around, going home and changing. Let's give you a live look outside this morning. Pretty shot from our Sky 9 camera on top of Our Lady of the Lake as the sun comes up over the capital city. Some high clouds in the distance. Those are moving out, though. 46 degrees at the airport, feeling like 42 with winds out the north at 8 miles per hour. Temperatures are trending downward at this hour. New Roads 40, Macomb 39, Gonzales checking in at 50. So that's pretty typical. But the thing is, not going to see those temperatures move much through the day today. In fact, 46 right now. I've got us 45 at 9 a.m., only 51 at noon, and highs today low to mid 50s, mostly sunny but breezy and cooler. Winds out the north anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now getting into the weekend, here comes the cold once again, down to 25 for a low tomorrow morning. Hard freeze warning in effect, wind chill advisory in effect tomorrow morning. A high of only 46 on Saturday, even with sunshine. Sunday morning looks like another hard freeze. Starts out 24 in the morning, a high of 49. So another hard freeze warning to start out on Sunday. But we do keep it dry through the weekend. So there's a look at the hard freeze warnings in pink near north of the interstates, both Saturday and Sunday mornings. South of I-10, a little less likely we hit hard freeze criteria, but still will be a freeze at least. So keep those freeze precautions going into the weekend. And as I mentioned, tomorrow morning, at least here in light blue, near and north of the interstates, also a wind chill advisory. Wind chill values could get near 10 tomorrow morning. Cold, the weekend weather headline. Next week, rain is going to be the headline. By late Monday, starting to see some rain moving in. By Tuesday, widespread rainfall expected. Several rounds of rain anywhere from Monday night right on through the end of the week. And I tell you what, these numbers on the Weather Prediction Center Outlook continue to trend higher. They're pretty big, showing 5 to 7 inches plus of rain over the next 7 days here locally through next Friday morning. Now, that's a little bit above some of the guidance, but still, let's plan on several inches of rain next week. Could be some flood watches posted. We'll definitely keep an eye on that, keep you updated. But into the weekend, the headline number one is going to be the return to very cold weather and hard freezes. Keep the pipes wrapped and just be ready for that. And then into next week, goodbye cold air. Quite the warm up on the way. Highs in the 60s and 70s, but hello rainfall beginning late Monday, continues through the end of the week, and then hopefully starting to see rains taper off into that following weekend. All right, 7:06 now. Let's get an update on your Friday morning drive with Johnny.
Hadn't been too bad this morning, not bad at all. I-12 is just now starting to show a little slowdown, and it's not backed up all the way to Juban. It's just backed up from Pete's Highway to right across the range on-ramp, and by the time you get to 4H Club Road, it should be better for you. Then it definitely slows down past O'Neill Lane, bumper-to-bumper traffic all the way past Millerville. That's the Millerville overpass right there. And as you get closer to the 1012, it does get better. Bridge traffic is moving along fine this morning, and our drive times are starting to slow down coming in from Denham Springs, to be expected. 7:06 every morning, we give you a little brief update on what we covered during 9 News in case you missed it. And we do that from Studio B with Matt Williams and Liz Coe. Guys?
Nation, good morning and thank you. Yeah, we start out with the fire that we've kind of been following since the early edition here. This fire, we heard early morning sounds of Bartlett Street, that kind of going off. So it's not far from Choctaw where it butts up against the railroad tracks.
So about, to your point, about 4:30 this morning, heard those calls, and yeah, our crew, Brandon Shackelford in particular, got out there pretty quick and got out there and saw the smoke and the flames. What he also saw, Liz, though, the very good news, those on the inside were already outside. And so that's great. There's 3 people displaced here. What they're saying is it's an electrical malfunction with the stove is what caused this fire. And so they were able to get it, you know, fairly quickly, but now you've got water damage, now you've got smoke damage. Red Cross is always going to do what they can do, but it looks like, again, electrical malfunction with the stove.
Glad they're okay. 8 people, though, displaced.
Oh, wow.
A house fire actually last night around 9 p.m. Baton Rouge firefighters responding to this. This one actually happening on Bell Ridge Drive. And so, again, 8 people displaced after some flames happened there. Bell Ridge, not far from Old Hammond Highway there and Sherwood Forest Boulevard. So we're told that this one is actually from a fire that started in the water heater closet. Thankfully, though, firefighters were able to get in there, contain the flames to that closet, but out of a home, right? You talk about that smoke and water damage that they're still dealing with. Red Cross is helping them out to figure out what their next steps are. We'll
keep you in the know with everything, if they need any help, that kind of deal. Actually, speaking of help, Baton Rouge Police Department trying to find, or actually they have found 4, 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3 above the age, 2 below the age. 5 people arrested for shooting fully automatic weapons. This is New Year's, and we talk about this all the time. Well, we talk about fireworks safety and where it's legal and illegal. Well, this kind of thing is always going to be illegal, firing the gun off.
And you talk about a day where fireworks are blowing off, given you hear these noises and think, what is it? I'm not sure. But you had a lot of families who were worried about that. And remember, they will go after you if you do that. Those calls are made, those tips are called in, and that's what leads to those 5 arrests here in the Baton Rouge area for that. Not only that, we've got another Crime Stoppers alert here out of Gonzales, but these men, children, teens, they're wanted too.
So here's the thing, have not been found yet. The previous, arrested, these folks wanted by the Gonzales Police Department for attempted murder suspects. Okay, so, and actually, good looks at the faces and the names and all of them. So if you think you might be able to help, this goes back to like November, right, at a daiquiri shop there in Gonzales. And now what police say, Liz, is it was multiple people involved clearly, but maybe even more than this?
Yes, and if you happen to be around that area or know somebody, think about Gonzales, it is a tight-knit community. Somebody knows somebody who knows somebody.
Guaranteed.
You can always call in those anonymous tips, even be eligible for a cash reward. All it takes, the P3 Tips app or Crime Stoppers 344 Stop.
A lot of ways.
Yes.
A lot of ways. Okay, let's get to some good stuff, right? Hey, Jacques Doucet.
We love Jacques.
He was in Tuscaloosa recently. We're going to talk about that here in a quick minute. But so Jacques would be the perfect person for like a big buddy, to be a big buddy. And that's one of these groups in our part of the world, Liz, and all over really. The whole idea here is to connect community to community, our community together, big buddy to little buddy, give folks an idea of what it could mean to be in a particular career or whatever. It really is it's such a great mentoring agency, and it's easy to be involved in.
Yeah, this month particularly, they're doing a special highlight. January is actually National Mentoring Month, and next week is National Mentoring Day. Kind of kicks off on Monday, and so if you're thinking, well, I'd like to volunteer, I just don't know how much I'll be able to commit, they're going to take anybody. So apply with them and see what you're able to offer. Big Buddy works to pair perfect mentors with mentees, common interests, aligned goals, even particular areas. Maybe if it's more convenient for you to be in this area or this neighborhood, they're going to pair you. Maybe you have some similar backgrounds where you can share some wisdom and love and coaching to a kid in the community. Either way, if you're thinking about this, interested at all, Callie Hubbard has the details for you. She talked with Big Buddy to get you in the know about that. We can always use leaders in our community.
Oh, absolutely. And this is one of those, you talk about it all the time as well, highlighting the helpers. Big Buddy is one of those. It's just filled with helpers helping the community. So if you think you might be interested, just want to learn a little bit more about it, Callie's got the story right there waiting for you.
Keep that going.
Yep. Want to make sure you know about this. An on-site, literally on-site clinic at Capitol Middle. It gets going this morning.
It sure does. Open healthcare clinic. It's a big deal because this kind of healthcare, it's kind of all-inclusive for kids. Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. It's going to be open from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Today is kind of the grand opening day. Not only can you get sports physicals, you can also get wellness visits there. Think about how many kids don't have primary care providers, right? So if you maybe are on Medicaid, but still it's hard to see a doctor, this is kind of that middle ground to go see someone. You can get vaccines there. You do need to register. They've got the QR code for you to scan and get an appointment set up. But Matt, easy health care for kids.
Yes. It's, again, to Liz's point, one-stop shop for a lot of the things that you may ignore because you don't have access somewhere else. Get it taken care of.
Please.
Absolutely. Speaking of getting taken care of, LSU women's basketball They haven't had to come off a loss very often over the last couple of years. Had to do that last night, taking on the Tide, got the job done.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's in front of the biggest home crowd at Bama?
Yeah, we were looking at that, and you could see some of the video, and you're like, well, that's a lot of empty stands up there. But still, the biggest home crowd was about 5,500 people there for Alabama, largest home crowd for women's basketball because the Tigers were there.
I mean, the ladies showed out last night. They gave that crowd a show. Hopefully they carry that momentum going into next week, especially not the next game, but the next game.
Right, South Carolina, top-ranked South Carolina coming into the Rouge, so we shall see. So that was that version of Purple and Gold. Tonight at the PMAC, this version of Purple and Gold.
Yes.
It is LSU Gymnastics taking on, and all they've done is like take on ranked teams so far, right? It's another ranked team. Kentucky's in town.
6th ranked Kentucky?
6th ranked Kentucky.
Wow. Are they the Bobcats?
They might be pretty close. It's the Bobcats. It was a joke earlier. Like every team's the Bobcats, according to one of our former employees. Is it the Bobcats?
Yeah.
Is it the Bobcats?
The Bobcats.
The Bobcats?
Yeah.
Are they Bobcats fans? The Bobcats?
Yeah.
This is actually really close.
Kentucky Wildcats.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see what they've got to show out.
8 o'clock?
8 o'clock tonight at the PMAC.
Yeah.
Going to be televised. It's going to be a big deal.
Should be.
How about it?
Speaking of televised, WBXH, and depending on your provider, it's different places and different numbers. We got that waiting for you, how you can find it. The Pelicans on the home floor tonight taking on the Phoenix Suns.
Okay, can they build up that win streak
They
here?
need to. They need to get it going again, right?
Okay.
And so they won the last game, and this will be 2 in a row. If they win tonight, they snap the Suns' 3-game win streak. So we'll see. It is a 7 o'clock tip. Is that
It
right?
is.
So,
BXH again. Check the story to find out where you can watch it.
Guys,
cookies.
Girl Scout
Cookies.
Can we get
cookies?
Some, Steve, are you and yours selling the Girl Scouts cookies this year?
I got to check. I'm a little out of the loop. We did the last 2 years. So when I heard Dion talking about it this morning, I said, oh, it must be time for me to start taking cookie orders.
I spent $100
send that
with the
email
girls
out.
last year.
You did spend a lot.
And my waist shows it too. And we'll do it
We
again.
all do. We love us some Girl Scout cookies.
It's all
worth
for the Girl
it.
Scouts. It's all for the Girl Scouts.
Do y'all have a favorite? We've got some of them in studio here, in the CTV studio. Kind of a look here at the Caramel Delight. See, that always confuses me. I'm so used to them being Samoas.
Samoas, right?
Yeah.
All of them for me.
Yeah,
You
agreed.
can't go wrong.
In fact, we're on our way back there right now.
We'll see you in 10.
See how you can save thousands whether you buy here or sell here at the Team Automotive Group. Sell your vehicle to us and we'll pay you top value, or buy here and get a 90-day warranty on the purchase of a pre-owned vehicle. Get Team VIP service at every location of the Team Automotive Group.